It's a perfect wok.
Cannot be beat.
It's hot. It's very hot.
I am at Kossar's Bagel and Bialy's here on 75th and York. By the way, York is like 0 Avenue because it goes 2nd, 1st, York. My wife and I used to live between York and 1st back in the day when we first started living together. But that's another story. The hardest thing about getting here was I had to walk by 2nd Avenue Deli, which is on 1st Avenue and 75th, so you walk right by it. And it was difficult not stopping by and saying, forget Kossar's, but I really wanted to do a bagel and a Bialy at Kossar's, especially a Bialy. When I went to school, people didn't really know what a bagel was. That was back in 1980, and people that did know what a bagel was, they used to ask me, why do you have a bagel? Why don't you just have a donut? And I would say, why do you have a piece of bread? Why don't you just have a slice of pound cake? Maybe it doesn't go as well with lox or cream cheese. Come on. All right, but now everybody knows what a bagel is, but not everybody knows what a Bialy is. So I thought I would cover a Bialy, but also rate their bagel. What the heck? I should also mention they have crazy lines here. There's lines inside, there's lines outside, there's lines everywhere. I want to show you what a Bialy was. Some people say it looks like half a bagel and half a disc, and yeah, a little bit. But the hole's a lot bigger usually, and it's filled in there, if you look, with a bunch of onions, and I got mine everything style. And this brings back memories. You can pretty much get a bagel anywhere in the US these days. There's multiple places, chains, but a Bialy, very difficult to find. There is it's a Bialy or not a Bialy or what's a Bialy in the frozen section in some places, but they're pretty expensive and they're not fresh. And I guess this was pretty expensive too, but what the heck? You live once. Here we go. It doesn't have that hardness that a bagel has on the outside. It's almost like you're starting closer to the middle. The middle is very similar. It's a little chewy. This one's actually more chewy than I like. But I'm going to try to get to the middle because that's where a lot of the flavor is, and sometimes you get a different texture there. I'm trying to show why I think it's a little bit chewy. I think it's a little bit underdone. Yeah, there's a little bit of rawness in the middle. I usually don't get that. So we'll see how the next Bialy does. So far, I'm not going to rate it very high. Okay, with that rawness, yeah, with that rawness in the middle, and it's kind of chewy. The flavor is pretty good though, but I'm going to say that I would want to give it a high grade because I would say, come try a Bialy, a real Bialy, fresh. But I can't say that. I can say, if your friends are going, you might want to go with them and try a Bialy because it's a cool thing. But it's not a great one like I was expecting. I'm going to say 6.2. I'm going to try an onion Bialy now. It looks very similar. I don't think there's that much different. Of course, it doesn't have the everything, but it does have onion and poppy seeds. So you got 2 out of 4, 2 out of 5. It's not too bad. It probably has salt in there too. Maybe 3 out of 5. Okay. They were out of garlic. That's what I really wanted. Looking at the undercarriage, it doesn't look super done more than the other one, but I didn't look at the other one. Let's see how the plain onion does. First of all, it does have salt on it. So you're pretty much getting everything but the garlic, I guess, when you get the onion instead of the everything. It's also very chewy. I'm going to say it's also a little underdone. Maybe not as underdone as the other one was. I'm going to get one big bite of the middle. Yeah, this one, like in the middle where the onions are, sitting on it, wetting it, so it makes it get a little bit maybe less done. It's not as doughy up there. It's pretty much cooked. That's better. I do think you should try a Bialy, but I'm not willing to say you have to run here. I want to say when it's super convenient, I'm going to give this one a 6.5 on the onion one, but I don't think it's dependent on onion versus everything. I think it's more dependent on which one you happen to get. So hopefully if you come, you'll get one that's cooked. Last but not least, the everything bagel. When I taste bagels, I taste everything bagels because I want it all. One thing I will say is this bagel is warm, which the Bialys were not. They were cold. So that's a really good sign. Also, I'm looking at the coloring, and I think it's pretty much perfect for a bagel. The fluffiness factor is right. My mouth's starting to water. Looks like maybe bagel's the way to go, even though I was told this is like the Bialy place. One of the last Bialy places left in New York. Here goes the bagel of Kossar's. All right. It's very soft inside. It's, oh my God, it's a wonderful softness to it. It's not as sweet as some other bagels, which I'm okay with. I'm not giving you extra points because you put sugar in there. I like the fact that it's not overly sweet. I don't need that in my bagel. I could do a donut for that or a piece of pound cake. One more bite. That is really good. That's a good bagel. For New York, it's a solid bagel. If anywhere else, it's an outstanding bagel. Nice crunch to the crust. Not a super crunch. You could do a little bit more crunch, but it did have a nice crunch. Soft in the middle, delicious flavor. I'm gonna say, if you're in New York, definitely stop by and get this bagel. Now, I walked 30 minutes for it. I don't think I would do that again, so I'm not telling you to walk 30 minutes, but if you're in the vicinity, I would come get this bagel. I'm gonna say a 7.6, and now I'm gonna finish the bagel.